Please start.
Thank you. वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह. Good evening to everyone. Good morning to overseas. Ram Ram, Walaikum Salam. So we welcome you on the platform of Jivan Jaj. So our special, a spiritual healer, a universal healer, I'll say a life coach, Vindri Kaurji, already put up a light on social media, right, on Friday. So today she's going to teach us that how it impact our real life and what are the tools we can use to deal with this real or real life. So that day also we understood very well. Don't let your comfort zone become a coffin. So let's all use social media to impact people, not to impress people. Thank you so much. Over to you, Vindri Kaurji.
A warm welcome to all of you. Good evening, good morning to the overseas. Sat Sri Akal, Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh, Ram Ram Ji. So today we are taking the second day of the real life on social life. Last time we had discussed that there is many people who are socializing in different areas. Agar bachche are going and doing socializing for they have a farewell party, that is also socializing. जितने भी बड़े हैं वो जाते हैं शादियों पे जाते हैं, डेथ्स पे जाते हैं, वो भी socializing है. Children go to the pubs, वो भी socializing है. A family get together, that is also socializing. Even if you go to the spiritual form, there is also socializing. Socializing is taking everywhere. But this real life is trapping all of us. We are trapped in the real life. Real means fake life. So what happens? This fake life, this real life is actually trapping all of us in every area of socializing, every area. Socializing karna koi buri baat nahi hai. It is no. Because every coin has two sides. There's a positive and a negative. When you're socializing, you're communicating with people, you're learning a lot of things. So this is the very positive side of socializing. But kya ye cheez yahin tak reh gayi hai? No. It is not. We have been already trapped into it. So we have to understand the first thing that we were always in a real life. During the time of obedience, we were already in a real life. When there were big joint families, there were no media, there was very less of entertainment, exposure to the outside world, bahut kam tha. So we were in big joint families. There we people had less of problems. There was a place in where we had respect for each other, where there were problems. Ye nahi ki problem nahi thi, but it was already solved into the house. Then there were no forcing or dominating the children in their education. We never put our own dreams onto the children. So that life was their real life, where there were problems, but they were handled gracefully. Now, we have traveled from real life as the years went down. We came down to the time of this new era, which we call the time of alertness. Jahan pe bacche jo aa rahe hain, wo hai indigo and crystal babies. Crystal and indigo babies mean आजकल के जो बच्चे जो हैं, you can see from the age of 24 years के जो बच्चे हैं आज, 24 years के ले के बच्चे तक, they are all having the DNAs open. All the DNA is open. Very smart, very dominating, very destructive, very hyper. They want answers for every question they have. It is very good. But the point is that we do not have the answers for these children. So what has happened? These children, when we don't have the answers, we parents don't have the answers, then they want all these answers where they go out, they get the answers. For example, अगर हम लोग बड़े हों या छोटे हों, अगर हम लोगों को कोई प्रॉब्लम है, हो सकता है एक फैमिली लाइफ में ही प्रॉब्लम हो, या स्कूल लाइफ में कोई प्रॉब्लम है, there's no one to listen to us. parents do not know how to get a solution for us. या घर में ही कोई problem हो, they do not know how to take out a solution because the power is there, insecurity is there, dominating is there, controlling is there. So what happened? All of them go haywire. वो अपने solution ढूंढते हैं, solution तो मिलता नहीं है, तो कहते चलो जी थोड़ा सा यहाँ से निकलो, थोड़ा break ले लो. तो break लेने के लिए कहाँ जाते हैं? चलो जी थोड़ा सा pub पे चले जाएं, तो dance वांस करेंगे. चलो थोड़ा सा मीडिया में चले गए. Let's look over the Instagram. Let's pass time. Or let's go and see what's new in the market. बस यहीं करके हम लोग trap होते गए. Because we did not get the solution, so we went out on a pastime, and in the pastime we got trapped. अब हम ये भी नहीं कहते हैं कि ये जो चीजें बाहर की हैं वो कोई खराब है. No, today there's a time of evolution, but the people and all are already disturbed. वो कहते हैं ना, everyone is a sick man. Everyone किया जाता है कि जो दिसे सो रोगी. This is what the scriptures say, that whomever you see, all are rogi, all are diseased. मैं तो कहूंगी मैं तो disease हूं, मेरे को तो कोई बीमारी नहीं है. But scriptures cannot tell lies. जो दिसे सो रोगी. That means something to must be rogi, something must be diseased. They say the man, the consciousness, a subconsciousness is all sick. Because everyone is having a problem in the bank. या तो उनके अंदर क्रोध है, या तो उनके अंदर लोभ है, या तो उनका अहंकार है, या तो उनका bitterness है. There are negative thoughts. Everyone is having. That is why the scripture says कि जो दिसे सो रोगी. That means we are all a rogi. Now, when we are rogi, we not need solutions. हमको solutions चाहिए. Where do we get the solutions? We don't get the solution because solutions are in real life. If you have education, spiritual knowledge you have, and in the family you can find a solution. But we put those things under the carpet and we go out and get trapped into this world we call the fairy land, the fantasy land, where there is all fake life. फिर जब हम बाहर चले जाते हैं, तो we are trapped. So what happens? Slowly we had come to know this is real life, and real life से we, after realizing it, we found कि भाई ये real life जो है, जो इतने सालों से चल रही है, it was actually adventurous life. क्यों? Because in this there are all hurdles and triggers which we have to handle very gracefully. So what happened when we were handling those triggers at that time? We were handling it, and then we were coming out of the situations. But as the years went down, what happened? New technology, media, TVs, all this socializing increased so much outside that slowly from real life we went into the real life. Why? Because बेशक वो बच्चे हों, बेशक वो बुजुर्ग हों, बेशक we like your ladies of 40, 50 years also, they all also are getting trapped because they are seeing the world. When they are seeing the world, they want to get it. All the needs are turning into desires. Whatever we have, all our needs have been fulfilled, but we are now going to desires. कि भाई मेरे को भी ये चाहिए. क्यों? Comparison आ गई. You can see the real life how it started. Comparison आ गई. When comparison आ गई, फिर हमको गुस्सा भी आ गया. गुस्सा भी बहुत आ गया कि भाई this is what I wanted, I'm not able to get it. And when we don't get, what happens? A man who goes out and he also works, he wants money because today money is the power. In real life, money is playing a very big role. So उस पैसों के लिए people are working day and night. Why? They are trying to fulfill their, not their needs, their greed, what they want. Or in that rat race, they are becoming stressed. And when they become stressed, so what do? Now they're being trapped. Because of money, they're being trapped. अब ये क्यों लोगों को देख के they want to get all their comforts in life. And the greediness gets on. So the work is becoming more and more. Now stress is there. Now delusion comes. कि भाई हम अब कर चलते हैं, चलो let us take one vodka or let us take एक shot लेते हैं, तो थोड़ा सा हम peace पे हो जाएंगे as we forget all this stress and all. But then what we are getting trapped. Slowly we are getting trapped. So also the children, when they go out when they are stressed up and all. So what happens? We see many students when they come, when they're out in these places in hostels and all, in the medical hostels and all, they try all these injections कि बहुत स्ट्रेस है, बहुत काम है, तो वो लोग एक शॉट लेते हैं, तो उनको नशे पे रहते हैं, तो they say okay, we are very very comfortable in it, but they don't realize that slowly they're getting into addiction. They're getting into addictions because then these children EQ becomes very low. When it becomes very low, then what happens? They keep themselves to be a failure. हमने भी वहां तक पहुंचना है, हमने भी आगे यहाँ तक profession है. Their greediness becomes so much, that they're getting into addictions also. They're getting into greediness also. Anger is going up a lot. And then what happened? They get attached to it, to their own thing. That money is so much of an attachment for them that greed increases. It increases. When it increases, it goes into arrogance. And when it goes into arrogance, then they say egoism. And what is ego? Now, ego is a weird, which we are talking about. Ego is the arrogance. Ego is the arrogance. Now, another ego was what? Was the home. I. This is arrogance. मेरे पास है, power है, money power है, मेरे पास, I have the power. So this is another arrogance, an ego that is going. And then what happens? From here, हमारी आंखें खुली हैं, हमारे कान भी खुले. ये इंद्रियां, these are the gateways. ये सब खुली हैं. और हमारा जो मन है, that is the sixth indri. Open doors, all lockers open. What happens? Everything enters through these gateways. Because we are seeing, we are hearing, we are seeing the whole world. We are seeing the fake life. We are hearing the people. And all this enters through the gateway. What enters through the gateways? They say all these delusions and illusions and all the 5 vices with the full force of that army enters into the gateway and goes into the bank of the subconscious mind. And what happened? The real life is started because the real life has been governed by the source. And the source was where? Subconscious mind में. All the greed, all the vices, all the negative thought हमारे subconscious mind में है. और फिर they make us dance like a puppet and we are trapped into the real world. Now, this is very, very important to understand. That is why in the first time only I told you the gateways, हमारे पांचों इंद्रियां, they are all opened. All the vices enter and they go into the subconscious mind and a whole real life is made to go into the real life. Fake life, hypocrisy, ab dekh lo, smiles are on the faces. You go into the media and you see whatever our life may be, our real life may be, but we do not, we all fake it. We show it. There are couples and all who may be sleeping in different 2 rooms also, but when they are on the media, you can see that they're a lovey-dovey couple over there, all fake life. You will see the wear of clothing and you will see them all coming on the pictures of the party and all. That's such a big family and all. There is no need to get a private life onto the media. There's no need. You don't need. But we want to have the showbiz. कि भाई हम भी कुछ हैं, दुनिया देखे. दुनिया नहीं देख रही है, तुम लोग खुद फंस रहे हो, हम लोग खुद फंस रहे हैं. हमारे likes have become less. Now let's shuffle and get into another one, another fake life. वो निकल गया तो दूसरा. This is what we are doing. So we are being trapped. So now Rimple will just show you the slide of what I have just spoken on this real life. So you see how the social media is affecting our life from real to real. So now you see on the other side is about the real life. This is how the gateway this enters. Anger. You see addictions. Then you will see in the next how it becomes greedy. From our needs we go to wants and wants become greedy. Then we are getting attached to all these things. And when we get attached to it, then you can imagine what comes is the egoism that comes into it. and dives into the real life. That means that our gateways are all open and all these things enter into the gateway because हमारी इंद्रियां खुली हैं. They enter through the gateway, they go into the subconscious mind. What goes? All the illusion, the delusion, the negative thoughts, all the vices enter and they go into the bank. That is called the subconscious mind, and the real life starts. But actually, what were we supposed to do? We were actually supposed to be in the real life. First, you have to understand the difference between real and real life. Years down, we were in the real life when we realized what is real and real, what is fake and all. And what was the real life? It is adventurous. There are going to be triggers. This is the adventurous. There are going to be triggers in the real life, and we have to handle it. We can only handle it how? With the knowledge. Situations come in life, and then we can now change. This same thing, we can just change our real life to real life. So in the next, I will just tell you how. What are the tools, that how we people are going to handle these, what you can say, the real life, how to handle it. The real life has to be handled in different ways. Now, the first and foremost, what we need is that we have to, knowledge is very, very important. Tools to deal with the change. Without knowledge, we cannot. That is why we're just imparting and sharing knowledge. Now, the knowledge says what? What are we today? That you have to get out of this cyber addiction. आजकल देख लो बच्चों को. What are happening to the children? All are getting into cyber addiction, and this is a very big problem that's coming up. Very, very big problem. So what are we to do? We have to check the mobile after 1 hour. You wake up. Make it a practice. हम तो उठते सारी हम तो रात को ही उठा लेते. एक टिंग की आवाज and we pick up the thing. You can just hear one thing and we are up. Please keep the mobile away and pick up the mobile after 1 hour that you have wakened up, and keep watching, because there are, yes, you can see in there, keep the mobile away from bed. We are damaging. We don't even know. Many of the people don't even know how we are damaging ourselves. The harmful, you can see the rays, harmful rays. And they are, we put those earpods and all we are putting. Nowadays, doctors and all, there are people and all who are going for so many of having ear problems. So much of ear problems are coming up. People are becoming deaf. They cannot hear. They're putting on earphones and all because they're not able to hear. So because of this harmful rays. So first have the knowledge. Without knowledge, so we cannot do this also. पहले तो आपको knowledge होनी चाहिए कि these are addiction for us. They are becoming addiction. Thus, notice our fingers, how they are working so fast. Then now becomes what? Delete the apps. Two things you can do. Either you give a timing that मैंने 1 घंटा या आधा घंटा ही देखना है या 15 मिनट, और मैंने वही देखना है जो मेरे को देखना है. बच्चे क्या करते हैं कि जब वो कुछ खोलते हैं ना, तो वो इतने एप्स खोल जाते हैं कि they go into such nuisance, they get into it. They get into nuisance. Why? उन्होंने खोला है, so they're just scrolling and all, and at times they get into bad habits. So what are we able to do? वहीं तक देखो जो चीज हमने देखनी है. After all, also we people are working in the media. We people also see, because also our ads are going on. We want to see what programs are going on. But are we limited to that? No, we are not limited to that. But we have to limit to what we actually want and what is going to educate us. So if there are any apps, please delete it off. Delete off the other apps that you have. Then give yourself a set time to detox. Do we give a time? No. हमारा फोन जो है अगर कहीं आसपास हो जाए या कोई misplace हो जाए, just imagine what happens to us. We get so upset, so panicky कि हमारा फोन गया कि we cannot stay without it. So detoxifying ourselves for some time is not possible. We cannot. Give yourself a set time to detoxify. Go out into the nature, start talking to people, communicate with the people, take your own hobbies. This is what you have to do. Give you some time to detoxify. Then what is your hobby? Very beautiful. What is your hobby? Go for that thing. That is why nowadays we tell children that जिन बच्चों को ये addiction है, उनकी hobby देखो, उनको बाहर भेजो, उनको जिम के लिए भेजो. Let them go out into the field. Let them give them one type of a hobby, one type of sports where they can spend, they sweat themselves out, they're tired, they want to sleep. Give them nourishing food so that they can get away from these addictions. And this is one of the best medication for addictions who are getting addicted to all this media and all. This is one of the best way. Get them into some hobby. Let it be art, let it be singing, let it be sports, but they must get into it. But we don't have the time because that addiction is so bad that it attracts us. But we have to make an effort if we really want to get out of it. So get into that hobby. Then meditation. Now, what is meditation? Now, at times nowadays, you go and sit for about 20 minutes or 50 minutes for meditation. That is what nowadays people are doing. But meditation means meditating with open eyes. Now, to meditate with open eyes mean you must first have the education of how to meditate with open eyes. You see Brahma Kumaris and all doing meditation with open eyes. Even according to the Sikh Mazhab, they say meditation with open eyes. नाम सिमरन जरा करना है, अक्खां खोल के करो, अक्खां खोल के करो. So when we are doing meditating means, assi log meditate means chete karna, to remember. To remember what? First we start thinking what we are thinking. First we start thinking what we are thinking, and then we start transmuting. This is meditation. This is meditation. First, start thinking what you are thinking, give time to yourself, and then transmute them. When you transmute them, this is meditation. Because when you transmute them, that means your transformations are coming. You are definitely going to get a result. Now, what does it say? That when you are eating the meals, when you are on a table or you're having anything, usually what we do, हम लोग खाना खा रहे हैं, साथ में टीवी लगा दिए. हम लोगों ने क्या लगा लिया? टीवी लगा लिया. So what happens? We are eating and we don't even know what we are eating. We don't even know what we are eating. Same thing what we're doing for the small children. But we have to focus on what you are eating. Because when you're focusing on what you are eating, that is also a meditation. That is also a meditation. Because when you're focusing on what you eat, that is the texture, the taste, the smell, the food mindfully. This is also meditation. This is a very nice way of taught by the Vipassana. They teach it beautifully that you have to meditate. When you are cooking, you are meditating because you are focusing on what you are cooking. Usme kitna masala dala hai, what is the taste, maine kya kya cheezein dali hai. Usually, what are we meditating? While making food or while eating? Usne kya bola, usne kya kiya. So our consciousness, हमारा जो मन है, वो ऐसी जगह में चला जाता है कि किसी और के घर पे चला जाता है. It takes a fraction of a second for the mind to travel. It travels faster than the sound and light. So that also, when we are focusing on our eating, focusing when we are making our food, that is also called meditating. When our focus, our man jo hai, totally on it is there. Nahi to what happens? We are living in a fake life. We are living a fake life because man kahin aur hai, man kahin kood pe hai, thinking negative things and all. Wahin pe galtaan hai. That is real life. Or wahi real life is getting into our food. So maybe we are having very nice vegetarian food and all, but what is the texture? What is the energy that the food has been made? Or what is the energy of the food that we are eating? Because the consciousness is corrupted. So that is also meditation. Now we come, when you feel like having a conversation with someone, do it in person. What do? We pick up the mobile, we put a thumbs up, we put a heart and hi, nothing. We have forgotten even to pick up a phone and talk also. One face-to-face talk finished, phone talk finished, just one message. What do the parents do? How are you? Fine, finished. Where are you? So and so, finished. Not even a phone. They said, just give us a message. See the communication. Just see the communication where we're going. Shortcut, very shortcut. Don't waste time. You just put a message. Yes or no. So how do we get out of it? This real life. Start communicating. Start having conversation with people. Have conversation. Pick up the phone, talk to the person. Go and visit the person. A very nice way of real life. We have stopped visiting people. We have stopped visiting people. Mere samet. Stop visiting. Get out of your seats. Go and visit. Go and visit your old friends. Go and visit your old people. Go and visit. Not for a long time, but for a short time. Have a communication. When you go there, there are many things that you learn. When you go and sit with them or you talk to them on a phone also, what is happening? That you become a listener. You become a listener. You don't know where you're helping. So start communicating. Next comes unfollow, turn off notifications. Now you'll see how many followers are there, how many are following us, and how many I am following. मेरा नजर हमेशा वही होगा कि मेरा भी कितने फॉलोअर्स है और मैं किस किस को फॉलो कर रही हूँ. Please stop this, because this is also trapping us. Trapping us. Start finishing this. Nothing can be done overnight. Nothing can be overdone. I can tell you that definitely you have to take baby steps. आपको baby steps ही लेना पड़ेगा. It's not easy to break up from this world that we have already been trapped. But yes, we can definitely make effort and create a change in our own self. And when we create a change in our own self, there will be a change outside. Definitely there'll be a change. But everyone has to take their own responsibility. They have to take their own responsibility. So these are few of the tools that we can make. Now, when we are trying to make this fake life into real life, the biggest and the most foremost tool is that we have to have the education, which I have already told you, that when you are dealing with the real life, you need education and you need spirituality. Without spirituality, you cannot. Today, ਅਸੀਂ जो भी गल्लां कर रहे हैं, maybe we're talking in English and Hindi and everything. But again, if you search into the scriptures, into the Granth, you will see that they are giving us all the answers there. All the answers are there. The only thing is that we do not understand the scriptures. But everything is there. ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫਸ ਗਏ ਹਾਂ. The superficial life we have gone. So it says that if, for example, क्या कहते हैं, जो ब्रह्मांडे सो पिंडे जो खोजे सो इक्को एक लाइन ले लो, तो जो ब्रह्मांड विच है, जो बाहर फेक लाइफ चल रही है, साड़ी अंदर भी फेक लाइफ शुरू हो गई है. साड़ी अंदर भी फेक लाइफ शुरू हो गई है. But now outside world, so we cannot change. ਅਸੀਂ change नहीं कर सकांगे. We cannot do it. We cannot think. But we can take our own responsibility. ਹੁਣ जितनी भी सी बैठे कि अपनी responsibility रही है. ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ इतना तो पता लग गया कि जो बाहर जो है वही अंदर है. अगर आज बाहर fake life है तो साडे अंदर भी fake life है. Fake life is what? That real life. ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਪੰਜ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਚੋਰ ਅੰਦਰ ਬੈਠੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਪੂਰੀ ਖਾਨਦਾਨ ਅੰਦਰ ਬੈਠਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਹੈ. ਸਾਡੇ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਥਾਟਸ ਆਰ ਇਲੂਜ਼ਨ ਪਰਮ ਭੁਲੇਖੇ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋਕ ਪੂਰੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਭਰੇ ਹੋਏ ਅੰਦਰ. ਹੁਣ ਉਸ ਉੱਪਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੇ ਕਾਬੂ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ. We have the control. This is the spiritual knowledge of how to tackle with the real life. ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਅੰਦਰ ਦੀ real life ਨੂੰ tackle ਕਰੀਏ. ਕਿਉਂਕਿ source is inside. Everyone's source is, everything is inside every one of us. So the real life, then the Lord says, the Guru says, that this is the world where you can bring a change. That is a choice in you. You have the remote. You have the power that you can change. So why not change the real life inside us? Because that real life inside is controlling the real life outside. And what is the real life inside? Sade andar de vikar, sade andar de param puleke belief system, ਜਿਸ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਲੋਕ ਭਰੇ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ. ਹੁਣ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. ਹੁਣ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਿ we have been trapped and now we can change this inside world. How? We need knowledge. Without knowledge, there is no way out. To have knowledge, we have very well cleared it, what is real and what is real. We have given you 2 days session that what is real and what is real. We have given you all the points, all the bullet points. We have given you all the slides. This is all the knowledge. Now we have been seeing it on the screen, we have been hearing, we have been sharing. Now this gets into your gateway. Which gateway you are seeing is going through your eyes. You can hear it, is going through the thing. Man dal chal raha hai. Now man kave, yes, I will do it. I have to get this world change. I have to get this inside real world change. एक कूड़े कचरे नु कटना पड़ेगा. क्यों? अगर एक कूड़ा कचरा बाहर निकल गया, then the outside world will not have any effect on me. Then I will learn to live my real life. I don't have to live a fake life. So there is a choice. We have the power. Under the jari khed hai, under the jari belief system han, under the delusion and delusions and parampalekhe again, jitna bhi cheez again, innanu grand karke, break the system inside in your thoughts. When you break it, your vices will also disappear. You will see vices will disappear. When they will disappear, automatically vices, when they disappear, they cannot leave a vacuum. Who will replace them? The virtues. Who will replace the negative thought? The positive thoughts. So then what happens? We are now changing our inside real world. And when we are changing the real world outside, automatically outside life is going to be beautiful. We'll be able to handle every situations in life. We will not have to get into this fake life. We do not have to get too much into all this media. We will not be trapped into it. We will be not trapped into the socialite people and all. They say we are very elite class. Why? Because we booze. But today we understand this is all fake. This is all illusions. They're all wounded people. Label them as wounded people. Taking hookahs and all are wounded people. This is all fake life. But children are being trapped. But then we need the knowledge. We need the knowledge. So my humble request to all of you that whatever we have done, the tools are very, very important. Very, very important. कोई लोग तू सुन के तो तू कर देंगे. एक कान तू सुने, दूसरे कान तू कर दे. कोई होएगा कि सोचेगा yes. तीसरा बंदा कहेगा कि चलो जी I have to execute it. दूसरा वाला बंदा कहेगा जी बड़ा knowledge हो गया, let me impart it to the others. आप कुछ नहीं कीता, impart it to the others. The third person will say, okay, I have to execute it. I have to take responsibility of myself, take care of myself. So now, the questions are going to be put up. First, any doubts, any points to be cleared up where you're not been able to understand? You can please put up your questions, your doubts.
Yes, Vaji,
Anjali,
yes, very well said. That don't compare your real life to someone else. Controlled online content. It's a very good thought. Someone said, like it is on social media. No? So we are allowing someone to control our real life, right? So we need to come out of this and face this real problem which we are facing nowadays. And I'm sure these tools will help us, everyone, including me, including everyone, to deal with this real life. Thank you so much. Yes, any doubts, any questions, please put it in the chat box. I'm sure we all have so many questions on social media. I know it is not easy, but yes, we have to make it possible. Okay, Ji. Yes, Vaji, we have Rajwan Singh Ji. Others are thinking. Yes, Rajwan Singh Ji, please unmute yourself.
जी सत श्री अकाल.
सत श्री अकाल जी, सत श्री अकाल.
मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी एकदम आ रही जी.
ਭੂਆ ਜੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਵੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਪੰਜ ਫੌਜ ਹੈ, ਕਾਮ, ਕ੍ਰੋਧ, ਲੋਭ, ਮੋਹ, ਅਹੰਕਾਰ, ਹਾਂ
ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਕੁਝ ਬੰਦੇ ਫੁਕਰੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ.
ਹਾਂਜੀ.
ਉਹ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਕੈਟਾਗਰੀ ਚ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ?
Whom do you label them as fukre? Whom do you label?
ਆਪਣੀ ਸ਼ੇਕੀਆਂ ਮਾਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਬਸ.
Egoism. Egoism.
Egoism.
That is one of the very biggest things that we people are fanning our egos. With all this media, all this fake life, we're actually fanning our ego. I am so and so. My arrogancy. I am something.
अच्छा दूसरा एक
False
क्वेश्चन है
images. False images. हाँ जी.
दूसरा एक प्रश्न है कि जेड़ा कूड़ है
हाँ जी.
कूड़ अपने चो कूड़ बाहर करना
हाँ जी.
ते कूड़ बाहर कढ़ना अपनी स्पेसिफिक ग्रेविटी घट हो जाती है
Specific gravity. Are you talking
हल्का
about the?
फील हो जाता ना
हाँ जी.
हल्का फील होता है
हाँ जी. क्यों
लाइट
हल्का
फील
feel?
होता है
क्यों हल्का? Remember one thing. When we are ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੂੜ ਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ work ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, we are getting a negative vices out. We cannot remove the vices out or our illusions and delusions out without positive energy. Why? Because ਜਦੋਂ ਇੱਕ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਅਸੀਂ ਹਟਾਉਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਉਹ space ਖਾਲੀ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. The universe does not accept vacuum. ਉਸ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਹਟਾਉਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ you need a force of positivity. ਜਦੋਂ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਹਟਾਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਪੁਸ਼ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਨਿਕਲਦਾ ਤੇ ਸਪੇਸ ਬਣਾਉਂਦਾ, ਤੇ ਸਪੇਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੌਣ ਬੈਠਦਾ ਹੈ? ਆ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਐਨਰਜੀ. ਆ ਪੋਜ਼ਿਟਿਵ ਐਨਰਜੀ ਮੇਕਸ ਅਸ ਫਲਾਈ. ਵੀ ਫੀਲ ਵੈਰੀ ਨਾਈਸ. ਵੀ ਫੀਲ ਯੈਸ ਵੀ ਹੈਵ ਅਚੀਵਡ ਸਮਥਿੰਗ. ਵੀ ਫੀਲ ਦੈਟ ਆ ਐਨਰਜੀ, ਦੇ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨਾ, ਵੈਨੇਵਰ ਦੇਰ ਇਜ਼ ਐਨਰਜੀ, ਇੱਕ ਬਲੂਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅੱਛਾ ਗੈਸ ਪਾ ਦਿਓ ਤਾਂ ਬਲੂਨ ਉੱਡਣਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸੇਮ ਥਿੰਗ ਵੈਨ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੂੜ ਨਾਲ ਅਸੀਂ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ. ਦੈਟ ਇਜ਼ ਵਾਈ ਦੇ ਸੇ evolution is a place where you can fly, where you are in high spirit, where you are in Chardi Kala.
because one who has vices he drags himself he pari pari महसूस ਹੁੰਦਾ
Pari, yes.
हाँ जी pari pari महसूस ਹੁੰਦਾ
Yes, absolutely right.
ਉਹ हाँ जी ਉਹ ਚੀਜ਼ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ मतलब आनंद ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਮਿਲਦਾ ਨਾ ਆਨੰਦ ਹੈ
You're absolutely right.
satisfaction है
Yes, you are right. Absolutely right. Hanji.
thank you
Hanji. Archana, yes, you can unmute yourself. Hanji.
बहुत टाइम से एक डिस्कशन जैसे चल रहा है. So one confusion is there in mind, like we are swinging from this body conscious to soul conscious.
Yes.
How to deal with that? That is definitely there, that our lifestyle, we should bring change in our lifestyle. So since we say that soul conscious, we should lay emphasis on soul conscious, right? तो एक बहुत जो important चीज एक समझ में नहीं आ रही है कि how does it reflect or convey that who am I, या मैं क्या हूँ, या what shall I do to see myself?
Okay. देखो, first you have to just understand this word, who am I. सबसे बड़ा delusion ही यही था लाइफ में. delusion यही था कि who am I. तो अगर मैं पूछूंगी who are you, तो आप बोलोगे ना I am Archana, मैं बोलूंगा I am Vindri. So that means I am bringing this label to this physical body. Then according to the labeling, my responsibilities change. Today I label your name is Archana. Then you are a wife because of your responsibility, because of your husband. Then you are a mother, labeling mother because of your responsibility to your children. So according to your labeling, all your responsibility throughout the days is changing. Okay. But there is one thing that never changes, which is actually my identity. This is not my identity. My identity, who am I? I am the soul conscious. Soul conscious that never dies. Soul conscious which is limitless. Soul conscious is जिसको हम कहते हैं ईश्वर, जिसको हम कहते हैं कि सिंपल वर्ड एज सोल कॉन्शियस, जो हम कह रहे हैं आपको, दैट इज माय आइडेंटिटी अकॉर्डिंग टू द स्क्रिप्चर्स। इट सेज मन तू ज्योत स्वरूप है, तुम ज्योत स्वरूप हो। अब वो ज्योत स्वरूप जो है उसकी जो है is made out, it has no physical form, but that is my identity, that is who am I। अगर आज हमको ये पहचान होती कि मैं वही हूँ, वो ज्योत स्वरूप हूँ, तो देन आई विल फाइंड आउट अगर ज्योत स्वरूप हूँ तो ज्योत स्वरूप का पूरा बायोडाटा तो निकालूं, पता तो लगे ज्योत स्वरूप है क्या। पता लगा कि उसकी तो कोई फिजिकल है ही नहीं, इट इज जस्ट एन एनर्जी। अच्छा, अगर फिजिकल एनर्जी खाली है तो उसमें है क्या, उसके अंदर खाली पॉजिटिव एनर्जी, उसके अंदर गुण ही गुण है, उसके अंदर वर्च्यूज ही वर्च्यूज हैं। They say na God is love, that means you are love। He's peace, you are also peace। He's always forgiving, that means you are also always forgiving। This is your identity, this is who you are, this is the soul conscious। हमको आज पता भी लग गया, but हम लोग भी ना like a pigeon, we just shut our eyes and say we don't understand as yet। Why? Because we are trapped into the outside world। अरे ये तो ज्ञान की बातें हैं, अभी कोई समा थोड़ी है, बुढ़े होंगे देख लेंगे, अभी तो लेट अस एंजॉय लाइफ यार, अभी तो बच्चे भी आने हैं, अभी तो हमने बहुत पार्टियां कर दी। सो लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स यू नो, आज हमको पता होते हुए भी वी आर नॉट रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट इट बिकॉज वी आर ट्रैप्ड इन द आउटसाइड वर्ल्ड। बट माय आइडेंटिटी, हु एम आई एम द सोल कॉन्शियस हु इज फुल ऑफ वर्च्यूज। हम वो ईश्वर का ही रूप हैं, who is a creator, who is a sustainer and who is a destroyer। मैं इतनी पावरफुल हूं और मैं क्या कर रही हूं, मैं क्या कर रही हूं, मैं बॉडी कॉन्शियस में रह के कभी पति से नाराज, कभी बच्चों से नाराज, कभी इससे गिला, कभी मदर इन लॉ से गिले शिकवे, कभी बाहर की दुनिया से कंपैरिजन, मेरे को ये भी चाहिए। हम दुनिया के साथ ही भाग दौड़ इस रैट रेस में लगे रहे। भाई because I'm living in the body conscious। Can all of you hear me? Can you all of you hear me? Can all of you hear me?
There
No.
is some disturbance. There's
Can
some
you repeat
disturbance.
what yeah, there was a disturbance. Please repeat it.
Okay, so what happened, because sanu pata hunde hoya bhi ki that I am that soul conscious, I'm not ready to connect because I'm trapped outside। I'm trapped in this body conscious and all उसके रिश्ते और जितने भी वर्ल्डली चीज उसमें मैं ट्रैप हो चुकी हूँ। अगर आज मैं अपने सेल्फ से, मूल से, अपने कॉन्शियसनेस से कनेक्ट कर जाती हूँ, समझ जाती हूँ, I will never be angry, I'll be always forgiving, I'll be always loving, I have no expectation, total surrender। What is happening is for the best। जो हो रहा है बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है। This is actually who I am। Who am I? This is what I am। But this is the biggest delusion and illusion in spirituality जो हम लोग नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं। So traveling is what? From body conscious to soul conscious, simple traveling। जैसे जैसे हम knowledge को लेके और हम ये रोसे गिले खत्म कर रहे हैं, because now we understand what knowledge is telling us, and slowly what is happening, we have started traveling from body conscious to soul conscious। Because when we leave our old memories, we let go, stop the blame game, what is all that? We are inculcating and abiding all the positive energy। The positive energy मेरा मूल रूप है। So automatic, everything is going together side by side। I am traveling from real life to real life। I'm traveling from body conscious to soul conscious। I am having an evolution। I'm on the way of being Satya। ठीक है? Is it clear, बच्चा? Okay। हाँ जी टोनी।
सत श्री अकाल दीदी।
सत श्री अकाल जी, सत श्री अकाल।
I have no question, but only actually I joined late. I heard you. I mean, there was some point that you should visit friends, relatives, and all these things instead of. So I invite you when I reach India now. Ellie's already. So you must visit her.
Okay, okay. See what happens at times, you know, we are not talking about far distance. You know, where we had a program done here where we told everyone कि तुसी लोग ना अपने रिश्तेदारों दे घर, friends दे घर जाओ, बुजुर्गों दे घर जाओ, communicate with them, become good listener. So दो गए उठे ते घंटे बाद 2 घंटे बाद वापस आए कहंदी सानू तो सिर पीड़ हो गई. ਅਸੀਂ ਕਿਉਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਨੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਪੁਰਾਣੀਆਂ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਸੁਣ ਕੇ I said I never told you to go and sit there for 2 hours. I just told you to go there, see your own capacity, listen to them, communicate with them. You are helping them. Which is adha घंटा बैठो and come off. Slowly, you are building up your listening ability. You are building up your patience. There are so many things that we do when we automatically meet. So she's in Dehradun, Anya, that's not possible. But yes, when she's here, here, all opportunities talk. Nowadays, video calling is there now. I will talk to you. Now I'm talking to you, all of you on the video call. So at least do. Rather than just putting a message, hi, hello, is talk, communicate.
Okay. That's it. Thank you.
Anji Gurpreet ji.
Vaheguru ji ka khalsa, Vaheguru ji ki fateh.
Vaheguru ji ki fateh.
I have 2 questions. Like,
yes,
the same thing that they were saying, ki, you said ki we should visit our relatives, but there are certain people who always talk negative. Maybe they are very like old in age, you cannot say them, but we don't get that good vibes. I mean, they let you down. So still, should we visit? Like, if we stop visiting, they complain, ki you don't come up. And if we go, we are like some people are there, whole day spoiled means we keep on thinking we are, that energy.
Yes. So, but what happens when you go? You know, there are few things you have to be very ready. You know, time when these healers come now, they say, please take an army along with you, around yourself, shield yourself, so that when you go to someone and all, that you are not hurt. You know, that is what the meditators say. What do we say is that when you're going to someone, okay, see that your energy is good. Whatever energy you will have, you will attract that energy.
Okay.
We will attract the energy. Take your responsibility. Ki meri energy, I am going. Today I'm going to meet someone and all. And if there are any old things and all, we are going to build up a relationship. Okay. Now, when you will go there, don't spend a lot of time, because this is baby steps you're taking. Baby steps. When you go to the person, use your body language. Use your body language. See your words, your pitch is in a very nice neutral way. Then talk for some time and come back home. Don't go for a long time.
Okay.
Baby steps learning. ये ना हो कि ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਈ ਅੱਧੇ ਘੰਟੇ से 2 घंटे बैठ के ते सिर पीड़ लेके वापस आ जाएगी.
No. That's what.
But don't. Another thing, see your own energy before going. ਜਦੋਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਨਾ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਹੁਣ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ, ਜੇ ਸੋ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁਣ ਕਿਤੇ ਸਾਡਾ ਦਿਮਾਗ ਖਾਣਗੇ. Energy तो वैसे ला लेती. What energy we have taken, we get by the same energy. Take the what you give, you will get it back. This is the boomerang. This is the law of attraction. So be very careful. Oh, can shield karo. ਅਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਉਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਨਾਲ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਜਾਓ ਤਾਂ ਕਿ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਪਤਾ ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਕਿ ਉਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਮੇਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ એનર્ਜੀ ਬਾਹਰ ਜਾਏਗੀ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਮੈਂ ਅਟਰੈਕਟ ਕਰਾਂ. ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਮੇਰੀ એનર્ਜੀ ਕੀ ਹੈ? I must go. Let's make a good relation. Let's make a good thing. If there is any and not, let's go and meet. They feel happy about it. Okay. ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਜਾਣਾ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਜਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਬੜੇ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਤੇ ਐਵੇਂ ਸਰ ਖਪਾਈ ਹੋਈ ਕਰਨਾ what do I do? So we now already write a script in our mind. ਪਹਿਲੇ script ਲਿਖ ਚਲਦੇ ਆ, ਜਾਂਦੇ ਆ ਤਾਂ ਉਹੀ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ.
Right.
So when we are going on to this practice, make an effort and give baby steps.
Okay.
Anji.
Ma'am, another thing, Guaji, I want to ask you, like you're saying, we should forgive everybody, but although it's a difficult thing, it needs too much of practice. But is it right in today's world to forgive everybody for whatever they do? So won't people make us fool? I mean,
see what happens. We are not forgiving people for their sake. We are forgiving people for our own reason. We are selfish because ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਕੂੜ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. ਮੇਰੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਅਗਰ ਇੱਕ ਨਫ਼ਰਤ ਹੈ, bitterness ਹੈ, कि उसने मेरे नाल हिंज किया. Okay, I am holding to the bitterness. Holding and all, ये इतना भारी होता है, stress हो जाता है, and we are making karmas. Okay. Now I am forgiving. Forgiving is a very nice positive energy. ਹੁਣ positive energy ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, I am giving and I'm pushing this out. I'm pushing this out. All this bitterness and all. When I'm pushing this out, ਇਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ forgiveness ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਨਾ, ਇਹ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬੈਠ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ. Because ਉਹ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਖਾਲੀ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ, that bitterness, ਉਹ vacuum ਜਿਹੜੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ, ਉਹ forgiveness. And forgiveness is what? Forgiving is God. So मैंने अपना मन ਨੂੰ ਸਾਫ਼ ਕੀਤਾ, मैं अपने मन ਨੂੰ ਹਲਕਾ ਕੀਤਾ, मैं अपने मन ਦਾ ਰੋਗ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕੀਤਾ, मैं अपनी evolution ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੀਤਾ. Not forgiving for them. Even if they have made a mistake, I forgive them. Even if they have made a mistake, I forgive myself. I am sorry. I am doing because ਸਾਨੂੰ ਨੇ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਬਾਣੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਰਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਆਪਣੀ ਐਵੋਲੂਸ਼ਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ, ਆਪਣੇ ਆਪ ਨੂੰ ਸੱਚਾਰ ਹੋਣ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. Because this is my goal. This is my purpose of life. I'm not doing it for anyone. अगर आज मेरे को bitterness है, अगर मैं एक छोटा सा मोबाइल ही चुक लवा, how much is the weight? Little bit, but it's okay. मैं और आधे घंटे से रखूंगी, then थोड़ा सा tiredness होएगा. 2 घंटे रखेंगे, मेरी wrist will start doing. पूरा दिन रखेंगी, I'll be paralytic. Same thing with that bitterness and anger which I'm holding is what is paralyzing me. मनु रोगी बना रही है, मनु stress with लेके आ रहा है. तो जब मैं forgiveness use कर दिया, I push that energy out. Then what happens? That releasing, when it releases out the thing, then totally that forgiveness gonna sits on the man. So the man te बैठते हैं, that is God. Love is God. Forgiving is God. पहले किसी कूड़ राजा, कूड़ प्रजा, कूड़ सब संसार. कूड़ राजा क्या सी? That bitterness, anger, ego. पूरी प्रजा भी दिखूर सी. और ये इंद्रियां सारियां कूड़ सा. ਹੁਣ forgiveness is what? Is the energy of the oneness. ਹੁਣ ਉਹ ਆਇਆ, उसने push ਕੀਤਾ, बाहर निकलिया, ਤੇ ਰਾਜਪਾਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ forgiveness. Forgiving is God. God ਦਾ ਰਾਜਪਾਟ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ. ਉਹਦੇ ਇੰਦਰੀਆਂ ਵੀ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਕੂੜ ਪ੍ਰਜਾ ਸੀ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੇ ਠੀਕ ਹੋ ਗਏ. This is the beauty of forgiveness. ठीक है बच्चा? God bless.
Guaji, we have one question in the chat box. I think it is little bit related to Gurpreet only. If the soul conscious is to live life in Satyar,
Okay.
no negativity, only full of virtue, right? Soul conscious. Then if a person is surrounded by people who are so much of negative and is always gossiping about you in the house, then how do we deal with those people? By
See.
thinking that they are wounded, by seeing them that they don't have knowledge, they are sick, but till when?
See, अगर ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੱਚਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ, ਉਹਦੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਇੱਕਦਮ ਪਿਓਰਿਟੀ ਆ ਗਈ, ਸਾਰੇ ਵਰਚੂਸ ਹੈਗੇ, ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਨਜ਼ਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗੀ, ਨਜ਼ਰ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗੀ. He will always be empathetic, always be empathetic. ਦੇ ਇਹ ਨਿਸ਼ਾਨੀ ਜਦੋਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਆਇਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਈ that person is negative, ਸਾਰੇ ਠੀਕ ਹਨ, ਉਹ ਬੰਦਾ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵ ਦਾ ਮਤਲਬ ਤੇਰੇ ਅੰਦਰ ਨੈਗੇਟਿਵਿਟੀ ਹੈ. ਮੈਨੂੰ 10 ਬੰਦੇ ਹਨ, 10 ਬੰਦਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚੋਂ 9 ਬੰਦਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜੇ ਪਿਆਰੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਨੇ, ਬੜੇ ਅੱਛੇ ਲੱਗਦੇ ਨੇ. And I say yes, I love, I am a murti of love. ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦਾ 10ਵਾਂ ਬੰਦਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਮੈਂ ਬੋਲਿਆ ਹਾਈ ਮੇਰੀ ਜਠਾਣੀ ਇਹਦਾ, I'm the only one I cannot stand. I cannot stand. ਜਾਂ ਮੇਰੀ ਨੂੰਹ I cannot stand. ਇੱਕ ਬੰਦਾ ਵੀ ਆ ਗਿਆ. It shows there are no bande hai na, the 9 people is not unconditional love. It is giving you a message कि जरे एक बंदे दे नाल तुहाडी नफरत है या you are having a negative form, that means जरे other हैगे ना दूसरे 9 बंदे उत्ते भी unconditional नहीं है. Somewhere their compatibility is there, they are in your same boat, you are having the same type on the same level. But it is not unconditional. That one person who you are not able to get down with, or you are having a negative feeling, or you feel that he has a negative, that means it's giving you a message. Please check inside. The negativity is inside you.
So, but वो जी मतलब कि अगर मुझे कोई भी ऐसी एनर्जी आती है किसी के लिए, it means मुझे मेरा दर्पण देखना है, मुझे मेरा शीशा देख, क्यों कहीं ना कहीं मेरे से आ रही इसलिए हो रहा है.
Yes.
Okay. थैंक यू सो मच बुआ जी। एक और क्वेश्चन है चैट बॉक्स में आया है कि हाउ टू ओपन 10वां द्वार 10th door insiders।
देखो कहते 9 दरवाजे, साढ़े 9 दरवाजे केरे साढ़े जेड़ियां इंद्रियां ते ज्ञान इंद्रियां जेड़े साढ़े 9 दरवाजे है। 10वां द्वार किया जाता है अकॉर्डिंग टू डिफरेंट रिलीजन। कोई कहता जी त्रिकुटी इन द सेंटर between the eyebrows, कोई कहता जी निज थाव है, that's what people have analyzed according to the Gurbani, निज थाव is here somewhere, कोई कहता there is a cross between the pituitary gland in the center of the brain. All have this. Please do not get into this rat race. 10वां द्वार is as you people are traveling from body conscious to soul conscious. As you are traveling and trying to transmute all the negative energy, trying to finish off all your negative thoughts, परम पुलेखियां दे जिन जिन तुसी उसको करदे जा रहे हो, क्रॉस करदे जा रहे हो, करदे जा रहे हो, you have already started traveling towards the 10th द्वार. When you are in a bliss, when you are totally into your chardikla, that is the द्वार, that is the दरबार. कोई उत्थे अलग दरबार ते 10वां द्वार नहीं है कि बोले कोई खास जगह है कि no. It is just the realization, the awakening. When a person awakens, gets enlightened, that is a 10वां द्वार. Enlightenment, awakening means 10वां द्वार. I hope I'm quite clear, whoever has asked for it.
Yes, I'm sure, definitely. बुआ जी, we have भगवान दास जी.
हाँ जी.
भगवान दास जी, please unmute yourself. आपने हाथ खड़े किया था.
हाँ बुआ जी, सत
हाँ
श्री
जी.
अकाल.
सत श्री अकाल जी, सत श्री अकाल.
You are able to hear जी? Yes.
हाँ जी. हाँ जी.
बुआ जी, you have been talking about our strengths, basically our inner strengths. That
Yes.
basically, if somebody is contented with everything he has,
Okay. Okay.
he is not restless, then all this real life is not required.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the main thing. Because
So
of this
basically,
desires are increasing, we're becoming greedy, we're becoming unsatisfied, and we're getting trapped. So a person who's content means he's not into the real life.
correct. That's what so that's
Yes.
the whole gist of the whole thing is you
Yes,
are becoming
absolutely.
calm, restless, and content. So once you are content, the whole
Yes,
real life is gone totally.
Yes, absolutely. हाँ
That's
जी.
your call,
Anyone? हाँ जी.
बुआ जी, when I have one question कि समझ आ रहा है. Can I ask बुआ जी?
हाँ जी, दसो बच्चा.
बुआ जी, समझ आया, नो डाउट आपके साथ रोज बैठ रहे हैं, मेहनत कर रहे हैं, इतने सालों से सुन भी रहे हैं. आई एग्री कि ठीक है कि सोशल मीडिया यूज नहीं करना चाहिए ज्यादा. जो मैंने अभी बोला है कि इम्प्रेस नहीं करना, इम्पैक्टफुल बनाना है. तो वो जी कई जगह पे हम जो यूज करते हैं वो नेसेसरी भी तो होता है ना, कि
Yes.
जैसे अच्छी सोच के लिए हम जो कर रहे हैं. आज लोग बोलते हैं कि मैं आई एम नॉट सो गुड इन सोशल मीडिया, तो मुझे कभी कभी गिल्ट भी होता है कि लोग बोलते हैं तुझे इंस्टा यूज करना नहीं आता, तुझे फेसबुक नहीं आता. पर ठीक है, देन फिर मैंने आपसे यही सीखा कि नो एक्सपेक्टेशंस. इट्स ओके. वो लोग बोल रहे हैं ना, मेरा नहीं है, मुझे पता है कि मेरी ये लिमिट्स हैं. तो जैसे बोलते कि नहीं आजकल कितनी तुम लोग भी जीवन जांच के लिए ऐसे करो कि इतने लाइक्स देखो, नॉर्मल लोगों को इतने हजारों लोग आते हैं, जीवन जांच में क्यों नहीं इतने आ रहे. पर मुझे लगता है इट इज ओके ना, जो है वो जैसे बाहर वैसे अंदर होना चाहिए ना. अभी व्हाई शुड आई स्पेंड मनी टू गेट लाइक्स? व्हाई? हम जैसे हैं वैसे करें.
Absolutely.
But then again, I think हमें कहीं ना कहीं अपने पे कंट्रोल करने की, हमें एक्सपेक्टेशंस नहीं करनी दुनिया क्या बोल रही.
Yes, we should not. It should not affect us. It should not affect us. It should not affect us. But this is where we usually get trapped because we get affected by them. We get excited. So we should not be affected. We should be so focused Today we all on these classes and everything, we should be so focused ki yes, we are using all these gadgets and all, but we are using for our classes and all. We have to see where we have to put all our ads and all, what are the slides. Bas yahan tak hi rakho na. We don't have to bother. I'll tell you one example. There was a time, when we went into a training and we were told that you will not read newspapers. We were banned. And they told us that in the morning we will not listen to any news. Nahi padho. We were not. Why? Because they say that when you are reading the newspapers and all, every day, what is in the newspaper? But this is what we are getting. And then your subconscious mind gets feeded with all those things. You listen to the news also, this is what you're getting feeded. We do not. So we were in our training not allowed. Now a time came when I was sitting with the professor and I was taking a program, and she got up and said, aren't you people illiterate? She was a professor. She was a principal of the school. She said, aren't you illiterate? Don't you know where the world is? Don't you need to have the knowledge? I said, I don't have the knowledge and I'm not bothered about it. I said, very simply, there was a picture in the newspaper and over there, Kalam's photo was there. I, not having gone into any newspaper reading, and I never even knew who was Kalam. Dr. Kalam, who was it? So I told my husband, "Ye daku kaun aega the?" They give me one kick. He said, you don't even know the president. He's a very Mr. Kalam and you're telling a daku aega. I said, his hair is like that. So I'm illiterate, but it doesn't make a difference to me. If you people call me I'm illiterate, I don't know the world and all, I don't need to get into the newspapers every day and get onto the news. The whole day the news is giving us what? This was our training. But it didn't affect me. When the professor said, are you illiterate? It didn't affect me. I said, just part mein main hu. I have that knowledge. I want it. I don't have to see who's my president, what they're doing, and I don't need to. So it is up to you. That does it affect you? Affect karna hove to main kali paper padhna shuru kar da, hai utte main illiterate bol deta. No, you have to know what is your main goal in life. What are you doing? What is your focus?
So it is okay to be okay. जैसे आज दीपिका ने सुबह हमें समझाया था, वो एग्जांपल की एक बच्चा जब मिस्टेक करता है तो टीचर उसको फ्लावर देती है, स्टार देती है.
Yes. है ना? So we have made mistakes. We have been making mistakes and all, but it's okay. It's okay
to make mistakes.
Yes, it's okay to be okay.
Very good. Vaji, we got one more question in chat box. Can we take it quickly?
I think this again amounts to being happy with what you have, and being contented is what it is ending to.
Yes.
We are coming back to the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be happy with what you have.
Yes, whatever we have, and this is how we are taking from all parts of life, From all parts we are trying to cover up. कि यहाँ से भी देखो एंड तो वही आएगा ना. एमें थोड़ी बाणी कहंदी सबर संतोख दया धर्म निज थाईदा है. जिसनु धर्म विच है, जिसनु सबर संतोख है, वो जित गया. कंटेंटमेंट, सैटिस्फाइड. इतना भी होएगा ना, उसको कहेगा वो जी मेरे को तो बहुत है. जिसनु सबर संतोख नहीं होएगा, सैटिस्फैक्शन, वो अमीर हो के भी हमेशा गरीब रहेगा. और जिसका कंटेंटमेंट होएगा, वो गरीब हो के भी अमीर ही रहेगा हमेशा.
क्वेश्चन है चैट में आया है, हाउ वी कैन मैनेज ट्रिगर्स we get in daily life after doing so much listening, reading for everyone. No one is happy from you. I think मेरे को लगता है ये क्वेश्चन ऐसे है कि how we can manage the triggers in daily life. मतलब इतना रहे हैं, समझ भी रहे हैं, तो भी nobody is happy from us. हम कैसे?
So what happens in this? We do meditations. they कहते हैं ना meditations करो. अब हम लोगों ने कैसे meditation करा? When you are sitting, start thinking what you are thinking. Take baby steps. आप खाली एक चीज को पकड़ो, उसको counteract करो. Any one negative thing. अगर गुस्सा है मेरे को, अभी गुस्सा किस चीज का है? कि भाई किसी ने मेरे को बहुत कुछ बोल दिया, मैं बोल नहीं पाई. मैं बैठ के उस गुस्से को काउंटरएक्ट करूं. फर्स्ट एक्सेप्ट कि मेरे को गुस्सा आया, और मैं लेबल भी कर दिया कि इट इज नॉट वेरी पैसिव बिकॉज आई एम नॉट एबल टू से एनीथिंग, बट वो मेरे को अंदर खा रहा है, मेरे को अंदर से अंदर ही खा के इट्स मेकिंग स्पॉइलिंग माय हेल्थ. आई हैव अंडरस्टूड द थिंग. नाउ आई विल काउंटरएक्ट विद द नॉलेज. Counteract with the knowledge. When I counteract with the knowledge, what was the card I give? Naam Simran. When I counteract with the knowledge, what happens? I am transmuting that anger. I'm transmuting that anger and replacing it with a beautiful positive energy of what? Non-blame, non-judgment, total surrender, loving, blessing, gratitude. I'm just replacing it with that. When you do it daily base, when you're doing daily base with just one person also, daily base karoge, what will happen? Your transmuting of negative into positive, your relationship becomes better. Your energy goes high. Slowly, slowly, your energy is going higher and higher and higher. Now that energy will not only work in that one person area, that energy is going to work in different areas also. Is going to work in different areas. वो एनर्जी थोड़ी बोलेगा खाली नहीं जी आज तो खाली ये एनर्जी जो रही है मैं तुम्हारे इस एनिमी के साथ या तुम्हारे जेठानी के साथ खाली करूंगा. No, energy is an energy. That energy is going to play in all different relationships also. खाली एक relationship को पकड़ो, उसको counteract करो. Increase your energy daily basis. Baby steps slow. Increase your energy. As you are increasing, you see it'll be beautiful. It'll be beautiful. You don't need to get a full cluster of people in front of you. कि वो भी है, वो भी है, वो भी है. अब सब counteract करना. No, just baby steps. Anji.
Yes, Virji, I think we are done for today's session. So I think at last we all can conclude that we don't have a choice on whether we do social media. The question is how well we do it, right? So we have to care of that thing. So thank you, Virji, for the beautiful session. And tomorrow again, we will meet at 7 o'clock. A beautiful topic. I will say, everybody, tell your everyone, near ones, dear ones to come. It is going to be on relationship. And we all are with student teacher, with parents, with siblings. I mean, everybody is having bubbles, right? So we are blessed that tomorrow Virji is going to talk about what belief system we are carrying on relationship. So please join at 7 p.m. sharp tomorrow. Thank you so much. Yes, let's have a...
Yes, so sir, all of you, please smile. I smile. I want to smile before I leave. I want to smile. Why is the searchlight not coming up? Preeti, Kaur, Jaspal, all of them. Please come onto the slide. I want to take your photographs. Yes, I'm going to click a picture for all of them. Please click a picture.
Please, JK, Baljeet, इतना सा gift हम बुआ जी को दे सकते हैं. वो इतना selflessly कर रहे हैं. Come on, everybody. चेहरा दिखाओ.
सारे चेहरा दिखाओ अपने अपने.
Jamima, Harminder, Mickey जी, प्रीति, किरण.
बुआ जी वाजी खालसा वाजी फतेह.
वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह.
यदि रिकॉर्डिंग है बुआ जी.
हाँ जी रिकॉर्डिंग YouTube पे सारी दे रही हैं.
अच्छा जी, थैंक यू बुआ जी. God bless.
Love you, bache, love you. So, all of you with a smile. Have a nice sleep. Good night.
Thank you very much.
Waheguru
Ji ki
God bless you. Love you, bache, love all of you. Fateh.